The reason why I cannot build my business and cannot create wealth at this time is because a family member just died. Well, they're dead already. And this one, of course, I'm not insensitive to this, but here's another one that we hear. The reason why I cannot build my business and cannot create wealth at this time is because a family member just died. Well, they're dead already. I'm not, trust me, I understand. I have family members that have passed away. What can you do for them? Absolutely nothing but keep the legacy going or start a legacy or build a legacy, right? So that is not an excuse not to build your business. That is not an excuse to neglect your business. That is not an excuse to not create wealth. Well, they've lived and they've passed on, which all of us that are here, we're passing through. So what are you going to do with your dash? So if they missed it, the opportunity to create wealth with their dash, and it's even more so your responsibility to create something within that dash. What do I mean by dash? I mean the day that you're born and the day that you die, there's a little bit of dash in between. It's called a timeline. That's your lifeline. What are you going to do with your lifeline? Make excuses or make money? You can't do both. You cannot make excuses and money at the same time. You have to choose. So which one are you going to do? Right. And so, like I'm saying, like I said, some of y'all ain't gonna like me after this, but it's real. I just got to be real because for me, it's and you got to look at the times, right? You got to look at what's happening right now. Like it's inflation everywhere. Everything costs a lot. It costs it. Do you not know? Back in the day, not even 30 years ago, it was probably like under, you can get a McDonald's meal for like under $7. Do you not know that's like quadrupled? It costs like damn near. And he said, Kwana, did you just cuss? Damn near. It costs damn near $20 for one person to buy a meal. It's about 15, 16, $17 now, right? So it's expensive, right? Which means that inflation is real. It's expensive to live. This is really the day of the have and the have-nots. Have you chosen to be a part of the have-nots and to continue to look at those prices and be like, how am I going to make this happen for my family of five? Because 5 times 20 is $100 to go out to McDonald's. That's $100. That's $100 a cheap meal that ain't good for you anyway, that's still gonna be in your stomach 50 years from now and not digested, right? So seriously, no, but in all honesty, you have to learn what's important. You have to prioritize what's important to you, right? And so those things are, it's just as real as it gets, right? So relative dying, you have to prioritize. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do with your dash? Like how are you going to make that count? Right? You have to prioritize that. Now, if a relative passed away, of course you want to honor them in all those different ways as well, but you also want to honor the legacy, the last name, and all this stuff. So what are you doing? What are you even doing it for? Why do you even start a business? Most people start businesses because they want to honor their legacy. Most people build a business because they want to create generational wealth. Well, most people create businesses because they want to pass down something from generation from they want to have wealth. You don't create a business just to be cute. Nobody created a business just to create a job. Nobody created a business just to get by. You created a business for wealth, which means that there should be no excuses or no excuse big enough, right, for you to stop you from being on your journey to creating that wealth, right? And sometimes it's just lack of knowledge that's preventing us. And guess what? And this is why masterminds are so important, because whatever you lack, somebody else may have. And you put those minds together, powerful, powerful experiences, right? So number 8 on my list is caring for a parent. Now, this is a common one. This is a common excuse, but you cannot use this as an excuse, right? Caring for a parent is not a reason not to grow a thriving and wealthy business. It's not, right? It's a reason why you need to create wealth in your business so that you can continue to care for that parent, whether that parent is in your home, or maybe you want to create enough wealth so you can build a house next to yours, right? For that parent to have their own house and space, because some parents you just can't live with. Some of these parents you can't live with. So you got to put yourself in a position where you have choices, right? Right. So and that's just the real of the real of the real, because woo, I'd have been in some households, I'm just saying. uh so okay, another excuse. Number nine on the list. All right. Number nine biggest excuse that we hear is got to get permission from a spouse. I'm gonna pause on that one. whether it's a female. So most of the time we hear females that have to get permission from their husbands. Sometimes the husband, very seldomly, the husband got to get permission from the woman. But the reason why I say it's just an excuse, because at the end of the day, when you want to make money, who you really need permission from? So is he gonna tell you no, stay broke, or is he gonna tell you yes, make money, right? So you really don't even need permission. At the end of the day, is if investing in your business, if giving time into your business, because of course creating wealth requires both time and money, right? But creating wealth will give you back time and give you more money, so you'll have more time and more money. But initially you definitely have to put in some time and you have to put in some money in order for it to work, right? So if there's an investment required for you to buy operation, or to pay for your operations, your overhead, or your systems, or whatever it is that you need in order to create wealth in your business, and wealth could be taking your business from 100,000 to maybe 300,000, whatever that is, right? Wealth could be taking your business from 200,000 to maybe your first million in a year, right? Whatever your level of wealth, because everybody has their own definition of what wealth looks like, right? For me, I thought years ago, this is when I was broke minded, I thought wealth was like $10,000 a month, right? And then when I exceeded $10,000 a month, I said, my God, I didn't even know this stuff was possible. When I exceeded that, I'm like, oh my goodness, you can make $500,000 a month. You can make $1 million in a month. I didn't even know that you can do that until I did those types of numbers. When I've done those type of numbers, I'm like, the sky is the limit, right? The sky is the limit. And so now, when you know that you have a blueprint, or getting ready to invest or buy or spend into a blueprint that's going to allow you to do numbers like that, who really needs permission? What if he say no? Or what if she say no? Then what? Then you just gonna walk around like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll just stay where we are. Well, nobody built a business to stay where they are. So let's be real, right? Right. So if let's just say, let's go back to the terminally ill thing. Like, so if you were terminally ill, and then the doctor said, well, if you take this particular pill, then your illness will disappear, right? And then you're gonna say, well, let me go ask my husband. No, you ain't gonna ask your husband for that. So why why ask him if you can make more money? You should be wanting to make more money. In fact, I endorse women having their own money and creating their own wealth, right? I'm just saying, you got to, I mean, what's better than one millionaire? My husband tells me this all the time too, right? It's two millionaires in a household is better than one.